One of the sure signs of spring is the wrap-up of the global auto show season, and this year is no exception with the grand finale, the New York International Auto Show. Things are looking rather rosy for Korea's Hyundai brand. Its Genesis sedan was named the 2009 North American Car of the Year. Low-speed rear-end collisions are all too common, yielding surprisingly high repair bills and insurance claims. So leave it to the safety experts at Volvo to come up with a targeted solution. Two subcompact cars, one a strong seller in Europe, the other dubbed the world's cheapest car, are generating quite a buzz in the American automotive industry. Ford's Sync infotainment system has been garnering praise since its introduction in 2007, and now a new study shows the hands-free system plays a major role in keeping drivers safe on the road. And this year it looks like the domestics are giving the imports a run for their money. And that's the latest for this week's Motor News. I'm Yolanda Vazquez, and this week we're at Virginia International Raceway, where we'll show you the coolest camp on wheels. Usage-based insurance, such as Progressive's My Rate program, offers motorists a customized rate based on a wide variety of factors. How they drive, how much they drive, and when they drive. Since most people have never been this close to a Lamborghini Gallardo, much less driven one, Gotham Dream Cars offers a full tutorial so that anyone who rents this sporty ride knows how to drive it. The Hall of Fame has been giving out this Crystal Pylon Award for the past 30 years. To date, there are over 220 names listed on their registry. While these signatures will forever be etched in history, the museum is already preparing for the future by setting aside these vacant marble slabs for the next generation of pioneers. The second half of the day is by far the most exciting. This is when everyone gets dedicated track time. It's set up in a lead and follow sequence. You have an experienced driver in front, that's Dag in the red Ferrari, and then I simply follow. All right, let's go. Woo-hoo! Woo! A global economy in meltdown has automakers feeling some unseasonal heat these days, but in Detroit, Michigan and Seoul, South Korea, the news isn't all bad. Beleaguered General Motors has won the overall manufacturer category of R.L. Polk & Company's 2008 Model Year Automotive Loyalty Awards. GM edged out rivals Honda and Toyota with a 62.5% customer loyalty rating. GM is no stranger to this prestigious automotive honor, having taken home the top trophy for the past 9 years. President Stephen Polk explains how the loyalty award is determined.
We're looking across 9.5 million retail purchases last year and taking a look to see how many of those people had owned cars formerly and had come back to market, and really tracking whether their loyalty was to stay within a manufacturer, within a make, or within a specific model, or whether in fact they were defectors.
Things are looking rather rosy for Korea's Hyundai brand. Its Genesis sedan was named the 2009 North American Car of the Year. Couple that with the company's innovative assurance program, and you have a marketing blitz that's bringing in buyers who never considered the brand before.
The insight behind the Hyundai assurance program really came from talking to customers in small groups, and they gave us the sense that, look, the issue isn't the pricing. It's great. The cars are great. We're all worried about losing our jobs, don't you understand? So we put a program together that addressed that root cause directly.
Hyundai says so far at least 2 customers have had to take advantage of the assurance program's protection plan due to a job loss. And it's safe to say that when times are better, they'll be back to buy another Hyundai. And that's the latest for this week's Motor News. 2 subcompact cars, one a strong seller in Europe, the other dubbed the world's cheapest car, are generating quite a buzz in the American automotive industry. The first batch of European-built Ford Fiestas arrived in the U.S. recently. But instead of heading to showrooms, they'll make their way into the hands of web-savvy consumers. Ford executives were on hand at the Port of Baltimore to promote the smart-looking super mini car. The Fiesta is a huge hit overseas, and Ford hopes to generate the same success here with an innovative marketing program called the Fiesta Movement. Ford will loan the vehicle to 100 drivers, or agents as they call them, for 6 months. They'll go on monthly missions and share their driving experiences online through social networking sites such as Facebook, YouTube, Flickr, and Twitter. Ford says more than 3,000 people applied for the program. While Ford plans to use social networking sites to sell its cars, Tata, the Indian company that now owns Jaguar and Land Rover, has an even simpler method to advertise its new vehicle, a very low price. The 2010 Tata Nano was engineered with affordability as its goal. In showrooms across India now, the base price is the equivalent of about $2,500 US. For most Indian families who previously could only afford mopeds, this ultra-cheap 35 horsepower, 4-passenger, snub-nosed car is a dream come true. Tata has not said how many orders have been placed for the Nano, but their website has received close to 20 million hits. So whether it's thousands of Nanos negotiating a clogged New Delhi thoroughfare or a Ford Fiesta driving in D.C., it's safe to say small is big again. And that's the latest for this week's Motor News. One of the sure signs of spring is the wrap-up of the global auto show season, and this year is no exception with the grand finale, the New York International Auto Show. There is always a surprise or two waiting at the Javits Center in Lower Manhattan, and this year it was the Puma, or the Personal Urban Mobility and Accessibility Vehicle, a 2-seat electric prototype developed by General Motors and Segway. Capable of a 35-mile range, the Puma could be sold for a third to half the price of a car. Larger but still aimed at the city dweller is Scion's IQ Concept. A jazzier version of Toyota's tiny 3-seater includes the first airbag to counter a rear collision. Mercedes-Benz offered up the show's major hybrid edition, this ML450 two-mode hybrid. Fuel economy is 20% better than the standard M-Class utility. But coming soon could be a new crossover hybrid from Hyundai, based on this angry-looking Nuvis concept. The robust-looking GMC Terrain crossover shares most hardware with the 2010 Chevrolet Equinox, including a 30-mile-per-gallon powertrain. Kia's second new Forte compact, a neat and attractive coupe. For 2010, Mazda's morphing its wide-mouth smile onto the CX-9 crossover. While this